Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Don's Hot Rod Garage. Big Don with you. So it's the middle of the week today. I believe it's the 27th today, March 27th. So Easter's coming up this weekend, and I probably won't be able to do nothing on the convertible. But I worked on it last Sunday, a little bit Saturday and Sunday, and I got a few things done and discovered a few things that I got to work around, and it's part of the process when you're rebuilding a car that's rapidly approaching 70 years old. So, and that's the car, the 55 convertible I've been slowly trying to pick away at. Life changes a lot, as time goes by, to where might not have as much time, or maybe not as much ambition as you used to. So let's see what I did get done. So I started messing around with some of the power steering parts, because that car's going to be a 265 with a 4-speed, and I want it to have the original power steering on it. And I had 2 pumps. I actually got 3, but the third one I have, this spout is taller, and it only has 1 bolt in the back, which I discovered is a 58 only. So I originally had bought this pump a while ago, but it was really beat up. So then I bought this pump that was on the back of that power steering generator. And once I took it apart, I was going to use this. I was going to use just this tank because it was in better shape than that one. It's got a couple little dings, but believe me when I tell you, this right here was in better shape than this one. So I pull it off and start cleaning it. And somewhere here on the side, probably can't tell since it's back together. Well, heck, you could see something right there. It's got pinholes in the tank. And that's just like tin, like your timing chain cover, your valve covers. So that was a bummer. And I should have looked at it a little bit better when I bought it, because it's pretty rusty looking in there. So, and there's a dipstick tube. So once I discovered that, I wouldn't be able to use this, just because, I don't know, you might be able to TIG weld this tin, but I don't really know. And there's one little pinhole, but there's a couple more, and you can see it's not even quite all the way seated back on there. And I don't even have it lined up to put the little bolts back in it. And they're oddballs. They take a kind of almost like a O-ring washer to seal them off. So I won't get rid of this right away, but it was a bummer to realize that I bought it because it was in better shape than this one, but actually speaking, this one is a better one. And I don't know if you guys remember from my video a while ago when I showed this power steering pump, but you see how it's all shiny through here. I took it off of the pump where I could access inside the tin, and I literally heated that up with just that little handheld propane torch. I heated that up until I could get it straightened back out, because how it's sitting right now, it used to be really tilted in, like all that was creased in. So I was able to get the spout straightened, and then it just had numerous dents all over it. Like, I don't know if it rode in the back of a crate going to 300 different swap meets over the last 60 years, or what exactly happened to it. So I ended up having to heat dent by dent by dent and get them straightened out to where I'm going to clean it real good, and I'm probably just going to skim it. I'm probably just going to skim it with putty to where, you don't hardly see any of the imperfections. But it just had bad dents everywhere. Now, overall, it's a nice looking pump. And when it's on the car, you really only see like about this little bit right here. So once it's on the car, you'll see like that. So this will be the area that I spend most of my time working on, obviously. And they have, if you could see down in there, I don't know if you could see down in there. See that little bit of copper down in there? See if I could tilt it. You see that little bit of mesh down in there? Well, it's actually this funnel that's out of this one that's supposed to trap everything that when you pour power steering fluid in there. And you can see this one was trapping a tremendous amount of debris going into that one, which is probably part of the reason why it rusted itself out. So I just had to body work this one right here and make it work. I was disappointed to realize that that one right there would not work. So that's one thing I was messing with. And we'll squeeze over here and I'll pop the hood and we'll look at a couple other things. So I was able to get the valve cover gaskets, and that's like reproduction hardware, but it's the original type of Phillips head with the little washers. See the Phillips head right here with the little washers. So I was able to get them on there, and then I just gently stuck the generator on there. And I still got to work on rebuilding the water pump or replacing it, and the remote oil filter. But I was just kind of out here just messing around with it. And then I also had to redo all of the linkage, because the piece that I had on here must have been a 56 or something. It's just slightly different how it bends coming off there. And then you could see the short accelerator, gas pedal rod, throttle rod, and I had to metal finish all that also, because this item right here was really just in really rough shape. So, but I mean, you can see how nice it turned out. I mean, it's slick. We body worked her. She's slick. And then I hooked up the capillary tube for the temperature gauge. So believe it or not, I mean, I'm waiting on one of these special clips that basically goes around this bracket and then locks, because you could just pull this off. So I ordered it. I'm waiting on it to come in. But I mean, for the first time, it's got the gas pedal. So I was happy to get all that done. And then, you know, it was a real pain to get back in there to get them bolts out to get that throttle switched, but we ended up doing that and getting that taken care of. So we're slowly making progress on it. And I mean, just by doing that, and 55, kind of getting sidetracked here, but the way these 55 generators set, they got like this pin with a spring on it, to where this thing is, I mean, I thought about even bolting it, bolting it instead of using them pins. But that's how it would have come, with the pins on it for the power steering. And then it takes a bracket that comes from here, reaches all the way up to there. Once you got your pump, the pump slides right on the back of this shaft. That's where your power steering goes. So I had to metal finish that as well, because it had not that many pits, but it was kind of rough also. So, and I spent, I don't know, between doing the rod and then that power steering bracket and then working on that power steering pump and the valve covers, I was pretty much out here all day long. But we're finally starting to get some things done to it. And then the hood only shuts when you slam it. And then I can take credit because I did it on this car, but I can't take credit for the idea. Rob over there at Half Rods come up with this. But you see down there and over there, I took radio knobs and melted the back plastic out of them, and then ground them smooth and put them on my fresh air vents. So the fresh air vent, see if I can get down there. See that? Stainless. It matches, you know, obviously the rest of them on the dash and over there too. And I'm gonna do it to my I'm gonna do that to my red 55 Nomad also, but I thought that was a cool little idea. And then right next to it, you can't see it because it's black, but the power top switch is down there as well. See if you could kind of see it right next to it. I thought about doing that also, putting a stainless cap on that as well, but I don't know. Like when you sit back and look at it, it kind of adds a little something to it. And it's kind of dark right now, so you can't see it, but it does look cool. So that's some of the things I've been doing. And I'll just continue to work through it. But like I said, Easter's coming up here in a couple days, and I probably won't be able to mess with it a whole lot over the weekend. And then I also did my 56 Nomad. So let's check it out. I wish you could see it better. There you go. And them are the correct 56 knobs. There you go. That match the radio and everything else. And I did both sides, but can't see the other side right now. I don't know. I just think that's a really cool idea to do the stainless. It's basically just a radio knob, and I heated it up until that plastic come out of there. Dug it out with a screwdriver, and then just filed the back down, and then put some 3M adhesive on the back of them. Put them right on there. So, and I still got to do my red 55 Nomad, but I need to buy some more knobs, because like I got some 55 knobs on that radio, but I don't really want to sacrifice them. I'd rather have another spare extra set. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna keep chipping away at it little by little. We'll see if we can get anything done this weekend, and then I'll do another little video, and then we'll kind of go from there. Man, the wind has almost buffed that roof down to a mere finish. The wind almost buffed that roof to a clear coat. Look at it. Look at the sheen on it from the wind and the tarp. It's unbelievable. It's a lot of movement. So anyways, thanks for stopping by Don's Hot Rod Garage. Catch you guys on the next video.